Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we are looking at a development that has sent shockwaves across Eastern Europe. The Moscow land bridge is gone, and millions of people are in panic as Estonia has sealed its border crossings following Russia's recent incursion. This situation has created a humanitarian and logistical crisis that is already impacting civilians, trade, and regional security. The sudden collapse of such a critical infrastructure route has left people scrambling to understand the consequences and figure out how to adapt. The Moscow land bridge was not just a physical link, it was a vital artery connecting key regions, facilitating the movement of goods, energy, and people. Its disappearance has exposed vulnerabilities in planning and highlighted the fragility of regional stability. The immediate effect is evident in the chaos at border crossings, where long queues of vehicles and pedestrians are waiting for clearance, while authorities struggle to manage the situation efficiently. Estonia's rapid decision to close its borders has intensified the panic, but it also reflects a decisive approach to containing further escalation. Communities near the borders are particularly affected, with residents forced to seek alternative routes or temporary shelters as access points are limited. The exterior view of the affected regions paints a picture of tension and disruption. Bridges that once carried thousands of commuters and shipments daily are now damaged or entirely inaccessible. Satellite images and eyewitness reports show reinforced military checkpoints and heavily monitored crossings. Civilians are moving cautiously, some attempting to transport essential goods before access is fully restricted. The visual impact of this sudden disruption has created widespread anxiety, as people worry about being cut off from work, healthcare, and basic necessities. Roads leading to alternative routes are congested, and emergency services are stretched thin trying to provide assistance and maintain order. The logistical challenge of rerouting traffic and transport is immense, and authorities are relying on quick decision-making to prevent further chaos. In urban areas near the bridge, commercial activity is declining as deliveries are delayed, and businesses face uncertainty about supply and customer access. The broader economic consequences are already being felt as industries that depend on smooth transport struggle to adapt. Inside the affected areas, the situation is constrained but dynamic. While the exterior shows chaos, the interior response demonstrates resilience and adaptation. Local authorities have established temporary coordination centers to manage the influx of displaced people and monitor supply distribution. Essential services such as hospitals and emergency shelters are working under pressure, but protocols are in place to ensure continuity. Residents have adapted quickly, creating local networks for food, medical supplies, and transportation assistance. Businesses inside affected regions are operating with limited capacity, prioritizing critical deliveries and adjusting schedules to cope with delays. Security is tight, with military patrols and border guards ensuring compliance with new regulations. Even with these measures, tension remains high as people adjust to restricted movement and the uncertainty of when normal transport will resume. The combination of rapid response and local resilience helps prevent total breakdown, but the human impact is still significant. The performance of regional transport and infrastructure has been severely affected by the collapse of the Moscow land bridge. Previously, the bridge supported a constant flow of vehicles, freight, and energy shipments, acting as a central corridor for economic activity. Its sudden loss has created bottlenecks on alternate routes, resulting in longer travel times, higher fuel costs, and delayed deliveries. Transport companies are struggling to adjust schedules, and some routes have become almost impassable due to congestion. Economists warn that prolonged disruption will ripple through supply chains across Europe, affecting everything from fuel and gas distribution to agricultural and industrial exports. The performance of logistics networks is under extreme stress, highlighting the dependency of modern economies on single points of infrastructure. Even small disruptions can create cascading effects, impacting local businesses, consumers, and governments. Authorities are seeking temporary solutions, including controlled convoys and prioritization of essential goods, but these measures are only short-term fixes. From a safety perspective, the collapse of the bridge and the sealing of borders has forced a re-evaluation of risk management. Authorities have emphasized the importance of evacuation protocols, restricted travel in high-risk zones, and strict border monitoring to avoid uncontrolled movement. Military presence is significant, but measures are being taken to prevent conflicts with civilians. Residents are advised to follow official guidelines, avoid non-essential travel, and prepare for potential shortages of food, fuel, and medicine. Emergency services are actively coordinating with international aid agencies to provide support where necessary. The suddenness of the bridge collapse shows the importance of preparedness and the ability to respond rapidly to emergencies, both for governments and local communities. Civilian safety remains a priority, with checkpoints and controlled access points designed to minimize chaos and maintain order. One unique aspect of this crisis is Estonia's immediate and decisive response. By sealing border crossings, Estonia has reduced the risk of uncontrolled migration and prevented the situation from escalating into a larger regional conflict. This move highlights the importance of strategic planning and coordination with neighboring countries. NATO allies have been closely monitoring developments, providing support where possible, and emphasizing the need for clear communication with the public. The rapid response has limited the potential for further panic and demonstrates a proactive approach to managing geopolitical crises. This event also sheds light on the vulnerability of critical infrastructure during conflicts and emphasizes the importance of investing in multiple transport corridors to avoid over-reliance on a single route. Economically, the collapse of the Moscow land bridge and the border closures have immediate and long-term costs. Businesses that rely on cross-border trade face losses running into millions, while governments must allocate resources to emergency response, security, and infrastructure repair. Rebuilding or replacing critical infrastructure like the bridge will require massive investment and could take months, if not years, to restore full functionality. Insurance claims, government aid, and international assistance will be essential in stabilizing affected regions. Delays in transport affect industries ranging from agriculture to energy, and the increased cost of rerouting goods will impact both producers and consumers. The economic ripple effects are expected to be felt across Europe, emphasizing the importance of infrastructure resilience in global trade networks. In conclusion, the disappearance of the Moscow land bridge and Estonia's rapid closure of border crossings highlight the fragility of regional connectivity amid geopolitical tensions. Millions are affected, economies are disrupted, and safety concerns are heightened, but the response from authorities and the resilience of local communities offer hope that stability can be restored. The incident underscores the critical importance of preparedness, investment in infrastructure, and coordinated international response. As the situation evolves, staying informed, cautious, and adaptable is essential for those living in or interacting with the affected regions. This crisis serves as a reminder of how quickly circumstances can change and the value of strategic planning, rapid response, and community resilience in the face of unexpected challenges. While the immediate future may be uncertain, efforts to restore connectivity and maintain order will be key to preventing further disruption and ensuring long-term stability in the region. The Moscow land bridge may be gone, but the lessons it leaves behind will influence regional policy, emergency planning, and infrastructure development for years to come, emphasizing the need to anticipate risks, invest in redundancy, and coordinate effectively in times of crisis.